I don't know if you ever saw my mixtape.
Oh my God, this guy. What up, what up? Welcome to the New South Podcast. We're back.
That was such a smoother intro than what we just tried to do.
Right.
Producer Don saves us once again.
Absolutely, man. So, once again, it's myself, Rob Bridgers, and to my left, the legendary, the goatacious.
Get him.
Let me find a few more words.
I ain't never heard. I bet you can't spell that shit.
Goatatious. I want to spell it in fourth
you're right.
grade.
That's
bro.
right. You're right. My bad.
Don't play me, bro. I want to spell it in fourth grade. Yo, shout out to Rock Ridge Elementary, baby.
True that.
But yeah, man, to my left, Webb Wellman. What's going on, man?
We had a week off.
Yeah.
I don't think I liked the week off.
Nah, I didn't either, man.
Yeah, we're probably going to try to not do that so much.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Rod had his event, which I'm assuming went fantastic.
Yeah, man. The Elite 50 middle school hoop showcase, man. We had some talent there, man. Kids from Wilson showed out, bro. I was excited.
So that was an event to help the younger generation in the eastern part of the state. You'll be able to go online and search. Tell them what to search.
Elite 50, hashtag Elite 50, man. Or just follow me on Twitter, man. You see the name.
You'll be able to see all the content there.
Yeah.
I headed out to Colorado with Donnie to do anything we could but work. But I missed the podcast, man.
I did, man.
And now we got so much stuff to talk about.
We got 2 weeks worth of shit to talk about.
So what we did this week is we went back to the basics. No guests this week, just me and you.
Facts.
Going through the basketball thing. I do feel like saying, the more I do research on the podcast thing and the more I see people doing the same concept across the state, I want to go ahead and just say that I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that no matter what your vibe is, what you're into, how you like to consume your basketball content, the state of North Carolina has been ahead of the game for a little while now. And whether it's directly or indirectly, I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man.
So everyone keep doing your thing. If you got an idea, you want to do this, don't talk about it, be about it, get out there and get it done.
Facts.
So to jump right in, we'll start with some NBA content today.
Okay.
I kind of want to because I know how much you love LeBron James. So I want to get kind of what you think about the wild, wild west of the trade situation in the NBA before the deadline.
Well, first and foremost, man, let me say Cleveland got better. I'm going to start there. I mean, that might be a shock for people and me to say that. Cleveland got better. They got younger. And they got more athletic. They got guys that look up to LeBron, that LeBron can play with. They don't need the ball in their hand necessarily to function like a Kyrie.
What you're saying is they got young kids that'll listen to whatever LeBron James says.
Exactly. Because, at this point in his career, that's what LeBron needs. He doesn't need another star beside him that has to defer to what LeBron does.
Right. So just for people who maybe you're a casual NBA fan, what all has happened in the last few weeks in the NBA? Isaiah Thomas from Cleveland to L.A., plays for the Lakers now.
Right.
Dwayne Wade.
Back home.
His wife got her wishes, and they sent them right on back to Miami, South Beach.
Right.
Rodney Hood and George Hill, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance came over to join with King James over at the Cavs.
Great pickups.
And then away from the Cavaliers, Emmanuel Mudiay went to the Knicks. Doug McDermott went and joined our guy Dennis Smith with the Mavs.
I saw them on Snap yesterday. I think him and Dennis played one-on-one.
That's right.
That was pretty funny.
That's right. Blake Griffin earlier on, right at the start of the new year, ended up with the Pistons. And, just because he's my guy Sheldon Mack ended up down in Atlanta. I want to send a shout out to Sheldon Mack. Once he's healthy, I think he's going to be able to do some things down there. So big shouts out to him. So with all that movement, some years you get the NBA trade deadline is nothing.
Right.
Some years Woj hit you with the bombs and it's just nonstop, which is kind of how this year went. Were you surprised that essentially the Cavs blew it up midseason?
Honestly, I didn't think they had the pieces to move that many people at one time, but
they had to be super motivated to do all that.
Absolutely. So I mean, like I said again, I like the moves. I mean,
still an Eastern Finals playoff team.
I think that puts them over the hump because they have better spacing and they have guys like Larry Nance that can switch on and defend, and he can score a little as well too. So
it's Boston, Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Cleveland and Toronto.
Okay,
because the way it's looking, I mean, it ain't a lot. I think at 28 games left, so a lot can shake out. But I mean, Toronto's actually number 1 in the East now.
Who's playing the Warriors?
Doesn't even matter.
Come, put your stand shit to the side. Who's playing the Warriors?
I'm gonna go Cleveland again. We got to get the fourth match.
And I think that's impressive. That it doesn't really matter who's with LeBron. We trust that at the end of the day,
it'd be LeBron.
Once they get to the playoffs, he's gonna have something figured out.
Right.
They're gonna make moves.
Dubs in 5.
To get away from the NBA content, let's do our Flourish report of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start out here, and I want to show love to. Oh yeah, my screen went dead. Low budget out here. I want to show love to Tennessee sophomore Grant Williams.
Yes, sir.
Grant Williams is 6'7", 240 pounds.
Allegedly.
I'm gonna give that man 6'5", and he's killing that 6'5".
Exactly. Yeah.
That's where
I'm good. I'm good with him being 6'5". Yeah,
he is killing it.
Especially in the SEC. And I mean, the SEC might be the second
Y'all are
best.
Messing with this man's money. He's listed at 6'7".
Oh, we're not. That NBA combine's gonna mess with his money.
Yeah, you're right. All right, Grant's like 6'5". He's listed at 6'7".
Right.
240, strong 240.
Ox.
That's a man.
Grown man.
He's from Charlotte. He played at Providence Day School. Played with CP3.
Mm-hmm.
State champ his senior year.
State championship his senior year. That's right, against Bam Adebayo.
Yep. They beat them twice
who plays for the Heat. He's currently averaging 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, and just over a block for number 15 Tennessee. He had 37 and 7 against Vanderbilt this year. That's pretty crazy. Tennessee was picked near the bottom of the SEC this year.
Mm-hmm.
And just some random tidbits about Grant, a.k.a. Charles Barkley 2.0. His dad worked security for Michael Jackson and Prince. So, yeah, that's
pretty awesome.
Greatness is within reach in those situations. And then also Grant plays ball. He's a great student. He plays musical instruments.
Mm-hmm.
He was in musicals his senior year of high school, and he's bilingual.
Wow.
Grant Williams is a rounded human being.
You know who he reminds me of? And this is a different sport, but he's like a Michael Strahan type guy. Like when he's done playing sports,
something, whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's gonna do something great. Like I think he has that crossover appeal, and that's awesome. Grant's a really good kid, very respectful. One thing, every time I've always spoken to Grant, he's always been cool, laid back.
He's
guy.
a great example for kids of like. Just shut up and work. Just work. Just shut your mouth about what you deserve and what you need. Like Grant just outworked everyone. Played hard, worked hard 100% of the time, never complained, and everything came to him.
Changed his body. I remember going from like his sophomore to like his junior, senior year. I'm like, that's not even the same kid, looks like, So. And
if you watch him at Tennessee this year and you saw him as a senior at Providence Day, you're not really looking at, obviously he's gotten better because he's playing against college players, but that's the type of player he's been that. He's going to rebound. He's going to play hard. He's going to work hard. He's going to get the ball in the bucket. He's going to make it easy.
Right.
So shout out to Grant. Everything he's doing. He's got a great future in front of him.
Absolutely.
The player you selected,
my man David Caraher.
Caraher.
Hey Dave, when you watch this, man, just shoot me a message and correct me, bro. Give me the phonetic spelling of it. But anyhow. Right now, David's currently a freshman at
Caraher.
He's currently a freshman at Houston Baptist right now, and he's actually a leading scorer as a freshman. He's averaging 16.8 points a game and 6 rebounds. They're struggling a little bit this year, but the fact that he's having the type of season that he's having, it's pretty amazing. Because let's be honest, David doesn't have he's not the most athletic kid. And I'm using
He does not pass the eye test.
No, he does not at all. When you watch him, you would say, okay, who found Billy Hoyle? And what is Billy Hole? But Billy Hole, and to Billy Hole's credit, Billy Hole was a bucket.
True.
It's just like David is. So
David had 30 and 17 in a game this year.
I saw that.
As a freshman.
That's insane.
He was supposed to go to Butler.
Yep.
That kind of disconnected pretty early on. And was he a junior? Sophomore?
Sophomore.
Okay, so that was early on. He ended up at Houston Baptist, and I'll tell you this, he wouldn't have seen the floor at Butler this year, and he is absolutely showing out. Like, their team's not winning a bunch of games, and he's got 3 more years after this one.
3 more years.
So he's already finding his comfort zone, which I think is only going to make him, especially as a shooter.
Right.
The only thing he hasn't connected with yet this year is his 3-point shot.
Right.
He's getting those buckets with, I think he's shooting like 30% from 3.
I think it's like 37%.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's not really connecting there yet, but as the confidence builds, he's only going to get better. And he's another kid that super nice, super polite, very humble.
Yeah.
But I will say, for the way he looks, he is very competitive. He will talk shit.
Yeah, he is. He will.
I'm hoping I can find some clips from high school of him talking that shit. But he was one, especially those high point Wesleyan matchups.
Yeah.
The state championship game last year.
That's right. Him and JP got into it, right? Yeah, 2 hotheads. And my guys, though.
So speaking of the state championship last year, the next thing we want to do, the private school state playoffs begin this weekend. All right, they've already begun.
Yeah.
But the second, third, the important rounds are coming up this weekend. I want to get your opinion on the winners and the MVPs from the 1A, 2A, and 3A divisions. Let's start with the 1A division since there's a lot of hype coming from your hometown in Wilson. How do you see the 1A shaking out?
Well, Trinity and Greenfield have two epic battles this year, so they split. So it's kind of, you don't know which way to go. Coby White and Elijah McCadden versus Greg Gant and Joey Baker. So I think
they split this season, right?
Right. So I think that game, honestly, I think they'll meet for the state championship, but I think that game's going to come down to the role players. You know what you're going to get with those 4. The DC Tonys, the KJ. KJ's a dog. I love KJ. Exactly. And then with Greenfield, you got kids like Jai Bailey and Bryson Baker. Those guys have to be able to knock shots down for Greenfield to have a chance this year. So, I don't know, but watch out for Northwood. They just got Manny Bates back, so that's going to be Trinity got the number 1 seed, so that semifinal game was Trinity and
Northwood. That's going to be tough.
That's going to be a dogfight, man. So
who's winning the whole shebang?
If I'm a pick, I'm gonna have to go with Greenfield. Greenfield gets their first state championship. You got the best player in the state, so
Coby White's your MVP.
Absolutely, no other way.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to agree with everything you said.
Okay.
I don't think on paper Greenfield has the best chance of winning the whole thing.
Right.
But I do think Trinity and Northwood are going to beat themselves up in that semifinal game.
Thanks.
And sometimes fate is a feeling.
A little luck.
And Coby's year has gone pretty good so far. And I hear you, but Coby's been through some things this year that I don't really think he's going to be too worried about anything coming his way. I think when the state championship lights are on, I think if he needs to give you 40 to win the game, you're probably going to get 40. I think it's just like Garner. I think there's certain things that are lining up where it's like, I don't think Greenfield's the best team. I think the winner should come from the Trinity Northwood game, and I think you might see Northwood with these big guys come out of it. But it's just something about, I need Elijah to play great, and I think Greenfield might get there first. I think it's meant to be.
Yeah, it seems like they're destined for it this year.
And so the 2A division is probably when I played in high school, since then the 2A division has always been the worst.
Yeah,
there's a team or two usually, and outside of that, it's a wrap. I don't even want to act like I know anything about the 2A division. All I know is Carmel Christian has a kid that's good. Yeah. That's fun to watch. I'm just going to pick them, and what's the kid's name? We don't even properly know the kid's name. So, no, we're going to get it right. We'll put it on the screen. We'll put it on the screen so you know. I'm going to pick them, but I do want to shout out a Rendell Parrott Academy, my Kinston boys. First state playoff home game since 2004, and they won.
That's huge.
So they're headed to whatever the next round is.
Right.
I'm just going to make them my sleeper school.
Okay.
Dory Hines, one of the best players to ever play at Mount Olive College. Go, Dory, go. Take these boys and let's go get this money.
So I'm going to go 2A real quick. I'm going to go Gaston Day. I think they had the kid Nate Hinton that's committed to Houston. He's a pretty good, I mean. McClooney. Yeah. So they got some athletes, man. So I mean, you know.
Well, look, the people listening and watching who know a lot more about the 2A than us, please inform. Like YouTube comments, Twitter, whatever. Like, let us know. Who we're missing, what we're missing.
Village Christian.
Village Christian.
So, yeah. So I mean,
let us know. Inform us. You know, help us kind of spread the proper news and information.
Right.
The toughest one
by far.
3A is there should be 2 champions in 3A.
Ridiculous. Like,
I know a lot, especially the public school advocators will say that like it's different. Winning a state championship in public school is different because it's it's basically around a 64, right?
Right.
If you win a 3A NCISAA championship, I don't care how many games you played. Every game was a monster where you were playing legit D1 dudes across the board.
Exactly. So
I don't know who's winning that.
So, well, first of all, I got the shirt on. So, shout out to Greensboro Day. You know, shout out to my guy John Newman. Man, listen, John Newman to me, man, might be one of the most underrated kids.
I agree. I couldn't. We talked about this. Was it sophomore year?
Yeah.
I've always really liked him. He's just he plays in systems where he's the type of kid he's going to do what they need him to do.
Absolutely.
But you put John Newman at a school where they'll let him go. I think that kid's getting the same amount of hype as Jalen Lecque right now.
Right. I mean, he's going to be absolutely a stud at Clemson, like day one, because he can defend. That's going to get him on the court. I mean, with Clemson, you got to be able to defend there.
He's a skill kid with athleticism that is willing to play hard all the time.
Exactly.
That's a tough combo.
And that's a skill, playing hard.
And we're talking about one kid on that team.
Exactly.
They've got other kids on the team.
Carson, Will Dillard. I mean, you got Tripp Green.
Carson played really well against
he was really good.
Spartanburg Day.
Yeah, and shout out to my guy Big Dez at Greensboro Day. I like that kid. You see him on Snapchat. He's hilarious, but he doesn't play a lot, but he's a great kid, man.
So Greensboro Day is definitely one of the favorites. I would say the favorite if we were, there were odds makers in Vegas. Yeah. I would say Wesleyan Christian Academy with Jalen Horde, Aaron Wiggins,
the twins,
the Langley twins. That they're going to be tough.
They're freaking loaded,
and they're not going to be surprised by anything. Keith is very aware of the path to a state championship.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be tough to deal with. Jalen Lecque in Christ School and the big white kid
who's Brandon Stone.
Yeah, Brandon Stone. They're super good. Cannon School's got Jarius Hamilton.
That game, Cannon School versus Greensboro Day Saturday. Oh my God.
So the more, I mean, really, like, I don't think. Are you comfortable picking the 3A champion MVP?
I'm not, but we haven't even talked about Providence Day and Devon Dotson and Trey Works.
Providence Day and Devon Dotson.
I mean, they have the type of player, just like in 1A, they have that singular player like Devon that can just go completely.
Well, let's make it a little easier because we can go ahead and take Greensboro Day out of this conversation.
Right.
Who's going to have the best 3-game performance player-wise out of all those kids?
I'm going to go Aaron Wiggins from Wesleyan. I was going to go Aaron Wiggins. And he's just a complete basketball player, man.
Donnie just went like that.
See, this is like the second week
that's the exact motion.
This is the second week me and Don have been on the same page.
Second week in a row?
It might be. I mean,
it's been low-key since we started this. that whole thing's getting bleeped. I know, but that's how. Like, you guys leave. Just so everyone knows, they leave the studio holding hands.
That's fine. You can call it what it is, man. Let's call it Don Juan. Shout out to my guy Don Juan.
I'm like I used to be friends with Donnie. Now I'm questioning some things.
It's cool, bro. I mean? It's cool, Will.
Who's gonna have? So you're calling. Aaron Wiggins is what you said.
Aaron Wiggins.
All right. I'm going to say Devon Dotson.
That's a very good choice.
I'm going to say Devon Dotson just because I think he's on a team. No. Whoa, that's aggressive on the camera. And nobody heard you say that. Oh, you said they're going to live and die him.
No.
Live and die by him.
Pretty much part of that team.
Oh, what I thought you said was don't live and die by him. Oh. Yeah, but that's kind of my point. What Donnie just said was he operates that whole offense.
Right.
I think he's going to have the opportunity to do the most.
Right.
Kind of like Coby with Greenfield, I think.
Right.
I think Dotson's going to. The other teams, I think if they're successful and they win, it's because Jalen
Lecque.
I think it's because they play great team basketball.
Yeah.
All right, that runs the. You have any under the radar players you think people should watch this weekend? Also, if you want to go watch these games, it's Friday and Saturday at a combination of Forsyth Country Day, Calvary Day Baptist, Westchester Country Day. Go to the NCISAA.org and they'll have all the information there. But it's all the games are in the Greensboro, Winston-Salem area. They're going to be great games, and champions will be crowned on Saturday.
Right.
Do you have any players that kind of under the radar guys that you were expecting to see?
I mean, again, like I talked about a guy like KJ Marshall from Trinity. I mean, he's their engine. He makes them go. So I mean, I think they go. I mean, you have Joey, you have Greg. I mean, you have DC. That's their guy. That's their big three. But a kid like KJ. If KJ's not going, they're not going. So, then again, I mean, the kids from Greenfield, man, they have to step up and play. I mean, I mean, Jai Bailey. I know I talked about him earlier. He's a kid he's going to be really good.
Is Elijah McCadden can't be considered under the radar?
I think I'm only reason he can be considered under the radar because who he plays with. He plays with Coby. Just
on a national scale, nobody knows who he is.
Exactly. Just like same with Trey Wirtz. I mean, Trey Wirtz is under the radar, but Trey Wirtz can go.
Yep.
But I mean, kids like
I didn't put Trey Wirtz on my list, but that's exactly the kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I had Quan Murphy, Elijah McCadden,
right,
Chris Monroe from St. David's, who no one talks about. No one. I mean, he's in that division.
High major kid too.
Yeah. So Chris, I think it can get some buckets in this event.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm gonna put my Stan hat on. It is actually a Down East Wood Ducks Kinston hat.
Shout out to Kinston.
Chris Wooten from Parrott Academy.
That's the shooter, right?
He can get some buckets, and he's at an interesting place right now where I think he deserves a little bit of attention.
That's good,
but they got to win in order for that to happen.
Right.
All right. Well, from that we go back to a feature we do every week, and I'm going to start with you here. Tell me who your mixtape of the week is.
I gotta go with my boy Lamelo Ball, the youngest of the Ball family. Yo, so let me, first and foremost, man, let's get this shit out the way. When the camera look at
my mom told me to quit saying shit, by the way.
Okay, sorry, Mom.
No, not you. Not you.
We're not gonna say shit anymore.
You know what? When she said that to me, you know what I said? I said she.
All right, so listen, first and foremost, let's get this out the way, yo. LaMelo Ball is a pro. He's a pro now, in the sense of playing pro basketball, but he is a pro.
You mean an NBA player?
He will be in the NBA.
Be specific. So you're saying he is a NBA player?
He's an NBA player. He's a first-round pick.
First-round draft pick.
If his daddy doesn't.
What draft year?
I give him two more years.
So 2021 draft?
We'll say 2020.
2020 draft.
Yeah. LaMelo Ball is a first-round pick, bro. Now, I'm not saying it's lottery. I'm saying it's first round. I mean, the kid's, 6'4"? I mean, he's stretching out. 6'4", 6'5". I mean, he can score, he can distribute, he can handle the ball. I mean, it's just putting on size on him at this point. His confidence on the only thing that can mess it up for him is his dad. I mean, I love LeVar, don't get me wrong, but I mean, shit, you gotta chill. Like that whole shit the other day about all three of them gotta be on the Lakers. Alonzo's not re-signing. Dog, you gotta chill. Let's go. I mean, what's what we're here for?
Yeah. So look. I don't want to be here to say that he's not a pro. I think that's dangerous to his reputation. He is a pro, like you said. He's playing pro basketball right now. Right. I think he makes the NBA regardless, just because I think a team somewhere will be willing to take him for the same reason that Tim Tebow plays baseball and
Tebow Jesus.
God, I'm forgetting his name. Russell Wilson plays baseball. Like.
Right.
There's always going to be the marketing element for him. But what I think people don't realize is the reason that people hate on him so bad. I about said his name. The dudes from Winston-Salem that talk all the crap about everyone all over the place. Like what you're forgetting is that the hype and all that stuff only can continue if they're good.
Right.
If they went over to Lithuania and got smacked every game and got no productivity,
right,
this conversation dies.
Right.
Over time, not immediately.
Right. Exactly.
But over time.
Exactly.
They have to be talented for it to continue. My only concern for him now is he has a brother in the league.
Mm-hmm.
His dad seemingly does whatever he wants, says whatever he wants, and a lot of it comes true. Does all that affect, and all the social media attention, everyone telling him how great he is, does that affect his work ethic?
That's a good point.
And again, like we speak on work ethic all the time.
Right.
I think a lot of kids bitch and complain about, I do work hard.
Mm-hmm.
I do work hard. Well, what you got to realize is you might work harder than 10 kids, you know?
Right.
For every 10 kids that you're working harder, there are 100 kids working 100 times harder than you.
Exactly.
So like your version of hard work, I don't care. Even me right now at 30 years old, my version of hard work is nothing compared to someone above me, someone ahead of me.
Right.
There's always more you can do.
Right.
Now there's consequences, you know, family and friends and fun and risk and some of those things you have to sacrifice.
So I get your point, yeah.
If you truly believe that you're going to be a pro and that's what it is for you, no plan B, that's what it takes. And I'm not sure that when you have money and clout and all this stuff going on, I'm not sure that you can maintain that next level work ethic.
That's true. I mean, you know, they're successful at finding their own lane and doing what they do. So, you know, if they don't like what the NBA is saying, hey, well, F it, we're gonna go do what we do. So, and I mean, with the notoriety they have, I mean, their 15 seconds of fame is a little longer right now. You know, it's going. So,
how about Triple B brand showing up in Wilson, North Carolina this week?
I heard about that. I'm mad I wasn't there, man. I was gonna about to cop some gear or something. Maybe I had a pop-up shop outside of it.
You know that man would have charged you $1,000 to take that T-shirt off his back.
Right. I'm so straight on that.
But just so we're clear, Coby White is a Tar Heel.
Absolutely.
And ain't no amount of B's gonna change that.
Just the NBA.
Yeah, just that MBA. That's about it.
And for the record, let's get the record clear. Coby White won't be at UNC too long. I'm just gonna say that too. So
okay. But I mean, what you mean by that? You mean 3 years?
I say 2.
We'll wager off camera on that.
Okay.
And that's nothing about Coby.
No.
That's Carolina.
It's a system.
Yeah.
So I say 2 just because year 1's going to be a roller coaster for him, but year 2, I think he takes off.
We'll touch back on that because the fan questions involve some Coby White talk on that.
Saw that.
My mixtape of the week is actually like not even about the mixtape so much. It's about the players and how well they've been playing right now. And that's Caleb and Cody Martin at Nevada. Mm-hmm. Caleb and Cody Martin are from Davie County. They went to NC State. They've transferred over to Nevada. They're juniors now. Mm-hmm. Caleb is getting NBA looks. I may or may not have had a couple of NBA teams call me asking me about him specifically. Mm-hmm. Which is interesting that no one has asked me about Cody because his numbers really aren't.
They're not too far
that
off.
much different. But even in high school, it was always kind of Caleb a little bit better than Cody, even though they're the exact same size, they're the exact same height, and their games are extremely similar.
I think Caleb shoots it a little better, slightly, but Cody's more like that Swiss Army knife. He does it all. So that's what I love about him.
Caleb is on the Naismith trophy list watch, named yesterday to that, averaging 19.5 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. Cody is averaging 13 a game, 16 rebounds, 4 assists. Cody also had a game. He had 27 and 11 versus top 25 TCU.
Wow. Nevada's a team you do not want to play in the tournament. They're going to be scary.
When they were in high school at Davie County got no media love.
Right.
So when we started showing up with cameras, it was just a bunch of redneck kids wilding out in the student section. And I think it was Cody and Caleb, twins. It was also
the
Hatfield twins, who are 2 white kids, small white kids, super good.
Yeah.
Both played in college. One went to App State. Well, I'll put it on the screen. We'll find out. But they how often have you ever seen two sets of twins starting on a team?
Yeah.
Davie County was super good that year. They dunked on so many people.
Right.
Unfortunately, they couldn't hold on to them. Those kids took off and went to Oak Hill. Not the white twins. But
they went to Mount Tabor.
They went over to Mount Tabor. And then the Martin twins went to Oak Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Their mixtape is good because it's just like a double dose of I will dunk on you. Mm-hmm. Super aggressive, super fun to watch. And they were 2 of the guys that showed us so much love their whole high school careers. Very appreciative, very cool, like type of kids that we could call right now and just shoot the shit with.
We need to have them on there.
So I'm actually really excited about this. We finally are going to do a fan topic section where we had people in the comments of YouTube and Twitter submit questions. And we're going to answer those questions.
Oh, I love the first question.
Yeah, the first one's my favorite
because I have such a rebuttal. Well, let's go.
I think hopefully our first ones are the same. Are you referring to 2009 versus 2014?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first fan question was on YouTube. That was probably both of our favorites. Who would win 2008-2009 Word of God versus 2013-2014 Wesleyan Christian Academy? And just so the people who aren't familiar, that roster for Word of God was John Wall, C.J. Leslie, Des Wells, Bishop Daniels. Those were the core four.
Yep.
For Wesleyan, you got Brandon Childress, Harry Giles, Jalen Johnson, Quay Parker. Both teams with one pro and the other three high Division I players.
14-15
Wesleyan.
Right.
Wesleyan and 14-15. That's right. My mistake. Both teams, NCISAA teams. Both teams with one NBA player and 3 or more D1 players. Both teams that year, in those years, competed in the City of Palms and the Holiday Invitational. Both teams lost in their state championship games. Wesleyan Christian lost to Greensboro Day. And Word of God lost to United Faith.
On a controversial
my ass. It was after the buzzer. The rest were from Charlotte, and they ran off the court as soon as they saw it.
Yo, that video.
Shout out to Ian Miller. You got to make the bucket for it to be controversial.
Facts.
But he was a little late.
He was very late. But yeah. Oh wow.
So that's John Wall versus Brandon Childress.
Gotta go, John.
Got to go, John. All day. Brandon Childress at Wake Forest. Great, very good player.
Shout out to Beach. Yeah, that's my guy.
Yes.
He's probably going to call me and talk a little shit to me, but it's cool. But it's John Wall.
Hold on.
It's John Wall.
I was getting ready to say.
It's John Wall. He understands. He good. Move it on.
Okay. He's going to understand.
So we go next matchup. We go Quay versus Bishop.
Nah, next one is
CJ and Harry.
CJ and Harry.
I got to go advantage Harry there.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm going advantage Harry.
Harry all day on that
Okay.
one. He's taking CJ to the post on that one.
Especially that junior year Harry.
These next two are the fun.
These are fun.
Jalen Johnson, Tennessee, jumps out the gym versus Beast Mode, Des Wells.
Your last point, Beast Mode. Gotta go Des.
Des Wells.
Because Jalen was more of a finesse player. I mean, he just, you could body him up a little bit.
Des started at Xavier.
Yeah.
And then finished at Maryland. Jalen Johnson is currently a sophomore, limited minutes at Tennessee.
Right. He's coming on.
Jalen Johnson's winning the dunk contest between those two.
Oh, absolutely.
Des Wells you don't want those problems.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Quay Parker versus Bishop Delonte Daniels.
So to me, that's a wash, bro. Like, I think they're the exact same player.
The exact same player.
The exact same player. So, I mean, at that point, now you're really talking, does John will his team versus what does Harry? You're looking at John versus Harry at this point. Honestly, I got to go John. I think.
Well, yeah, you got the guy. Now, are we taking coaches out of the equation?
Well, I mean, I don't.
Word of God lost 11 games that year.
Whoa.
11. And it wasn't because of players on the court.
I have no comment about that.
You should, because 11 games with that roster. And just to put in perspective, they lost the championship game of the Holiday Invitational. There was 4 seconds left for them to get one bucket. They had John at half court. They threw the ball into CJ. John can get down the court in 2.5 seconds.
So here's a fun fact. We'll keep going. I have a fun fact for after this.
Poor coach. And Keith Gatlin is not a poor coach. Keith Gatlin can coach some basketball. I dare you to say something on that.
So here's a fun fact, man. Even with that Word of God talented team,
He's not sending you gear. I'll tell you that right now. You get no Wesleyan gear.
Well, listen, Keith, I wear a double X and I wear a size 13 shoe, man. But I think you're a great coach, Keith. So
he's going to send you a large and tell you to hit the gym.
That's cool. I'll do it. That's funny. The funny thing about that Word of God team, they're not the team that has the school record in wins, actually. The 2014-15 team had the school record.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That year, as great as the talent was, it was weird. It was a weird year.
It was. So, that was Demetrius, James, J5, Foreign, Jordan. They had a squad, man.
Can you imagine just if we could go to an alternate universe and put the 2009 Word of God team versus that 2014-15 Wesleyan team and put them in front of the Holiday Invitational crowd?
Holy crap.
The roof might blow off that place.
Right, exactly.
Great question, by the way. The fan that asked that question.
Yeah, it was a great question.
That was a great question. If you see this, if you get to this point and you offer that question, comment in the YouTube video below, and I'll DM you and I'll send you some gear because that was an amazing question.
Was a final score prediction on the final score?
I would say it would be 93 to 84. Word of God with no coaches on the bench.
I'm gonna go.
Because first half, neither team's playing defense in that one.
Well, Wesleyan wasn't a great defensive team. They would just outscore you.
They're going. That first half would be back.
Right.
Straight fast breaks.
Right. Yeah.
Non-stop.
Exactly. So, I'm gonna go. Word of God 77. Wesleyan Christian 74. I think John, it's and one to put the team up 3. Then I think John does something amazing to seal the game. So 77-74. I'm going with that.
Anytime if John's doing amazing shit, I'm with it.
I was at the senior night in Greenfield. Holy crap!
Yeah, that was fun.
That was crazy. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Covering that whole season was the most fun thing I've ever done in my life, and I had no idea what I was into because it was that first year. The second fan question is who has the best college career and who has the best pro career out of Jalen, Lecque, Devon, Dotson, and Coby White? Who's the best college player?
I think Devon's gonna be the best college player, only because I think he's your prototypical Kansas guard. He's gonna be that guy from day one.
System is more built to have individual success.
Exactly. So I think he's the best college player out of it.
I put the same thing.
Right.
To him, just because no knock to Coby, just system.
Right. So I mean,
who's the best pro?
I don't know if I can answer that.
Jalen Lecque's the best pro.
I would say that his game's more built to be a pro.
And you at this age for them, you can only talk on potential. So
right.
if everything shapes up the right way with the skill set he has, he should be the best pro.
Right. So I mean,
but you never know. Like things could click with Coby at the next level. And Rob Salter is an amazing basketball coach. But for certain kids, when you get to college and you get in that system, some things it just clicks and you go. I think Grant Williams is a great example of that.
Yeah. I mean, like Caraher. I mean, we talked to him last week. Same kind. So. It's tough about Coby. That's a good question though. Another good question.
The last fan question: does mixtape culture find its way into girls basketball?
I say no, only because I think part of what makes mixtapes great is that we want to see dunking. Like I always remember watching mixtapes. I want to see a guy that can do it all. I want to see a guy that can cross you up. He can pull up, he can cross you up and dunk on you. Now, girl, she can cross you up, but I mean. She's probably going. If she taps to this, does that get me?
See, I think a couple years ago I would have said that. I think maybe we're living in a bubble.
Correct.
There's about 100,000 less girls in America that play high school basketball than guys, which it's still a lot. It's just under 500,000 girls,
right?
And that's only high school basketball, and that's only in America,
right?
I think everyone's missing a bubble. It's not going to get the same media attention as guys basketball.
Right.
There was a clip recently put out of a female at a pickup game dropping a dude, and it went viral. The reality is when dope stuff happens on a basketball court, people will watch it.
Right.
From a business standpoint,
right.
It's something we've talked about a bunch. I don't have the time nor the patience to do it. But if someone were to take the same concept as Ball is Life.
Go for girls.
And mix Ball is Life with overtime where you've got people submitting content.
Right.
Girls basketball would absolutely blow up on that platform.
Right.
And it's not going to be the same demographic. It's not going to be a bunch of dudes watching the girl. But eventually, once the platform is built up, those big viral videos, you're going to have everyone. The same audience that goes to us is going to go to them.
Right.
It's just going to be a lot longer of a process, and it's going to take someone with the same drive and technical ability. It's going to take a female because just like I love basketball. My passion is basketball. My secondary passion is telling stories through video.
Right.
Like those two things are what molded me to here.
Right.
It's going to take a female who loves female basketball and wants to show it the right way.
Right.
I think it could. It's just not going to be the same.
Yeah.
But the downsides of it and the benefits of it, the exposure versus the ego.
Right.
Those things could happen. You don't have to have the same platform.
Absolutely. I remember watching Michaela Boykin.
Yes, we tried to put Rashad on Michaela.
Yeah,
we just couldn't get him there fast enough. Yeah, but Michaela could have been a mixtape player.
Yeah, absolutely. She's very.
We have a video from a chick. Where's she at now? She played in Richmond and now she's at UConn.
Oh, I was thinking Megan Walker. Yeah,
she has almost 1 million views.
Wow.
For fingertip missing a dunk. She wasn't even close, but it doesn't matter. We put it
right.
We want to watch it.
Right.
So to answer that question, if you're listening and you're trying to figure out how to make mixtapes on the internet and you want to make money from it, you want to make a career out of it, forget guys basketball.
Yeah.
Hang that up. It's too late.
Yeah. That bridge has been crossed.
Girls basketball is a market.
Yeah.
And not only that, out of anyone else publicly that are interested in it, I promise you, the girls and their families that's very valuable content for them to be able to have a video of mixtape recruiting team.
Right.
Something like
that.
And
shout out to Candace Wiggins, by the way, man. So, hey, we want you to come on, and we're going to have these conversations with you when you come on the show.
Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff we'll really dive into with her, because who are me and you to speak on women's basketball?
Exactly.
I've never played women's basketball.
Right.
I did practice for fun with the girls team in high school, dunked one off the backboard. They kicked me out of that.
Trash.
Let me tell you something. No one was there but the girls. We had cute girls on that team. I dunked off the backboard. Shout out to girls basketball. It's much easier.
No buns for you.
All right. We're gonna run through these last two fairly quickly. I do want to get your so by the time this airs, everything but the actual All-Star game would have taken place.
Right.
It is Thursday right now. Nothing has happened yet.
Right.
So let me get your predictions on some MVPs and some contest winners, starting with who's gonna win the Rising Stars MVP.
I'm going with my guy Dennis Smith. I think the bright lights and the big stage, like Dennis is the type of kid that takes games like that personal. I think about the Josh Level Classic when it was like just like an all-star game. The guys were just going up and down. The last 5 minutes of that game, I remember him just turning into like an absolute, just like savage, just going super Saiyan. So I think I'm going to go Dennis Smith.
I'm going to take Ben Simmons. I think he's going to prove a point because he didn't make the big game. So give me, obviously, I like Dennis too. But I knew you were going to say that. So give me Ben Simmons. Give me Ben Simmons. And then my outlier away from those two, if it was a third party, I would say give it to Jason Tatum.
No Donovan Mitchell?
No, but it's because I think there's a reason. My reasoning behind that is because I think Donovan is going to put all his time and attention into the dunk contest. And I think it's going to be easy for him to kind of get lost in that shuffle of trying to save his energy.
That's a talented team, man. It's going to be a lot of shots to go around. And I don't think a lot of people are going to get shots that normally get shots.
So producer Donnie's pick is
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. We're going to show one of those fat Donnie pictures right now. This guy's prediction right here is Donovan Mitchell.
Fat Don Juan.
Just so we know. All right. So who's taking the dunk contest?
I think I picked him again, but I'm gonna go again, Dennis Smith Jr. I think he's just gonna pull some tricks out, man. I think he got some up his sleeve, man. I'm real excited to see this, man. I'm so happy for him. I think he's gonna have a monster weekend. He's gonna put himself on the notice for the world. We know him nationally, but now you're putting yourself on a whole different stage, whole different platform.
So in the past, we've covered a few guys that have played in it.
Right.
John's the only guy that I've known personally that's been in the dunk contest.
Right.
That year, watching him and knowing what he was going to do before he did it was incredible.
Right.
That was the most fun I've ever had. Larry Nance is the only guy I don't know.
Right.
I covered Victor Oladipo at DeMatha.
Yeah.
He's always been super cool, super humble. Dennis, we've known since he was little. And Donovan, we had Donovan at the All-American game, and Donovan thought it was cool that he was meeting the guy that created Hoop State. That is like one of the coolest moments. Like, dude, I think you're cool. You're
right.
I know who you are. Whatever.
Right.
So I would love to say Donovan Mitchell wins this. I can see him winning the dunk contest. I'm just not I'm too Hoop State for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I gotta agree with you. I'm taking Dennis.
We got it right. We're rocking with the dog, man.
Yeah. So John was the first North Carolina native outside of Michael Jordan to win a dunk contest.
Right.
Hopefully Dennis Smith is the next.
Here's a fun fact. Jamie Watson is from Wilson, North Carolina, was in the 1995 dunk contest.
That's solid information.
It is, man. Hey, I like to plug Wilson when I can, man.
That's solid. I like that.
I appreciate it, man.
Andrew Wiggins' dad is from Lenore County, where Kinston is from.
Mitchell. His name's Mitchell, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, man, just a sports almanac.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you're here for.
Right.
Who wins a 3-point contest?
Is Steph Curry not in it?
No, but Klay Thompson is.
Oh, Klay Thompson.
Here we go.
Moving on. Klay Thompson.
That's who you're taking, Klay?
I'd take Klay Thompson. Maybe Wayne Ellington.
Wow, neither one that I would have picked.
Okay, well, go ahead.
My pick, my actual pick, who I think will win, is Devin Booker.
Yeah.
But what worries me is shooting off a rack is completely different.
Exactly.
Again, man, like, you know what I mean? I gotta throw Bradley Beal, just a little Bradley. I'd like to see Bradley win it.
So I agree with you. So my point, why I think Klay Thompson wins, just because Klay's just a predominantly catch and shoot guy. So
yeah, he'd be best off the rack.
Right, exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. So these guys are a lot. I mean,
I love Tobias, but that's funny that he's in it.
Right. Kyle Lowry, who in the hell?
Well, you got to have something to do.
Well, man, just sit on the sideline.
Nah, he needs that. You know what I mean? He needs the pub. You got to get that branding stuff going. It's LA, baby. It's LA, baby.
Who in the hell?
Nah, I'm going to change the channel when he's shooting, for sure.
I'm going to probably take a shit, probably.
Wayne Ellington does not even look like the same dude.
Yeah, Wayne Ellington was a dog at Carolina. That's when I was an avid.
All right, that's enough of that. We don't have to hear your whole Carolina deal.
Did UNT State play it last weekend? Was the weekend before last? Did they win? Who won that game?
You're joking?
No, I'm not joking.
Who did win? State won, right?
No, UNT won. I was just. Yo, so that's another time. Luke, we'll talk about this another day. Luke May is a all of.
Nah, we're doing next episode. We're doing try to name first team, second team, all ACC. Good luck with that. We'll get into all of that later. Cool. My last question, two last questions for the All-Star weekend. Mm-hmm. Who's your game MVP?
I'm gonna go Russell Westbrook. I think he lives for moments like this. He wants to show on the big stage.
LeBron needs it.
He should.
A lot of shaky ground right now. It would look good for LeBron to come out, play hard as hell, dominate, and get it.
Well, yeah, that's true. He did say they were going to play hard. I mean, my God, can you imagine a lineup with LeBron, KD, Kyrie, and Westbrook?
Plus, he can use that shit about how he had so many player injuries and his team still won. LeBron's going for that. Over under 350 total points in the game.
I'm going to go over that. I'd say I'm going to say like 360, 365.
I'll take the under on that.
Check the under.
Do you have a prediction, 350?
No, but I got a prediction on the MVP.
Okay, who's your MVP? Who's Don Juan's MVP?
The hometown boy, James Harden, back in LA.
Oh, that's a sexy pick.
He's probably gonna be right.
He's about to show out in his city, boy.
And he's playing with his coaches. I mean, that system is going to be more, and I could say a system loosely in All-Star.
Producer Don says James Harden, just in case anyone didn't hear it. All right, last topic. We're going to introduce a new topic where we talk about a series of kicks. Might not be every week, but every once in a while we'll jump into this. You hit me up and said because of the release this weekend, you wanted to talk about the Air Jordan 3s.
The cement 3s, man, the OGs. I mean, that's one shoe that I actually never had. I mean, I've had literally every Jordan as a kid growing up and as an adult, spending and wasting money. But the OG 3s is a shoe that I'll definitely plan on getting them this weekend because I never had them. So, I mean, it's just the thing about Jordans, they kind of put you in a time when Michael Jordan was playing. I'm old enough to say that. So the 3s was kind of like, that's 87, 88 when he was like, you know, I mean, I was young. I didn't know basketball then, but moving forward in life, like when I remember Jordan wearing the 11s when he was like going with the 95, 96 Bulls, like his shoes represent a different era, a different time in life. And that's the dopest thing about Jordan. Like it takes you back. When you see a pair of Jordans, you say, damn, I remember when he did this, when he did that. Like the Space Jams, like when I got those shoes, absolutely like meant everything to me because, you know, it was Space Jam.
Right. The threes are honestly what got me into Jordans.
Right.
Growing up, Jordans were, I kind of grew up more on like a SB vibe. I wakeboarded a little bit. I was very white of me, but I was good.
Super white.
I was good at it.
That is hella white.
Super white. Hell yeah, it is. I know. Most people probably don't even know what that is.
Tasty white.
Yeah, anyway. I knew I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, so once I was in college, the threes are kind of, Jordan shoes were always too bulky for me. The threes are what got me in, and I actually bought I thought I was buying a pair of threes off of eBay.
Whoa.
And I bought this hybrid. I still have them. This hybrid where they took the Air Force One sole and they slapped it on this upper part of the three.
You bought some skips?
When you see the video because I'll show them on the video. Oh my God. And I always wondered, like I was so stupid back then, I'm like 19. I'm like, these don't look right. Like, why don't they look like?
Like, did Jordan believe he can fly in these?
Yeah, no, hell no. He's sinking to the bottom of the ocean with those.
Holy crap!
But eventually, I really started to dive into the sneaker culture. I realized what I had done. I felt stupid about it, and now, however many years later, I've got hundreds of shoes. But the threes, there's only a few pairs of Jordans that I personally can wear. Right, the ones, the threes, the 11s. That's kind of my cut. And I can mess with a 5, but I don't have any 5s yet.
I have a couple pairs of those.
The threes are what I'm obsessed with. If a clean pair of threes comes out, I had to fight myself not to go after these.
Did you get the True Blues?
Yeah, I did get the True Blues
as well. I've only worn them like twice. My wife
actually had a buddy. Shout out my buddy Vic Lindsay. I don't know if you ever saw my mixtape. Where I hit him with the,
oh my God, this guy.
Anyway, Vic gave me my only pair of gifted shoes, and they were the black cement Jordan 3s. That's tough. By far the best gift I've ever received.
That's tough.
Shout out to Vic. I'm sorry I put that video out. No one go find him on the
He's not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
He's really not sorry.
I'm 188,000 views of not sorry.
Whoa.
Anyway,
impressive.
So the 3 is your kick of the week,
right?
You picked a Jordan. I went with a Nike shoe, and I picked the Air Max 97.
Yeah.
This is actually a women's shoe, but it's Valentine's Day week. So shout out to the ladies who wear Air Max 97s.
About the Air Max 97s.
Yeah. Anyway, I picked the 97s. I've recently really got into the 97s. I think there's a bunch of dope colorways, and I think they go with pants really well, all kinds of outfits and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of spending lots of money on 97s right now. Now, anybody who's a kick fanatic is going to look at us two talking about these two shoes and be like, this is ass, this is terrible, I don't care about none of this. The main reason I wanted to start this feature this week, and it's less about our listening audience, because we're actually not going to include this next feature on the audio version, strictly on the YouTube version. Right. But earlier this summer, me and Donnie went and sat down with, in my opinion, the best sneaker boutique in the area. And that's SirCastleTee's, Men at Work, that whole thing down there. We sat down with MIkey, who runs it. He's a young kid, very business minded. I've been looking for a way to put that content out. Right. So we're gonna do it here now. If you're watching the YouTube version, it's gonna follow us here, and then we'll come back and close it out. Right. If you're listening on iTunes on the audio version, please. When you get home, when you get a free minute, you find yourself on the toilet, wherever you are that you consume your content, go to YouTube to Ball is Life East and check out the video version of this. SirCastleTee's super dope content, very big following. Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll show that feature right now.
Facts.
So tell me where the name SirCastles came from.
The name SirCastle came from, I'm sure everybody played PlayStation or Xbox before when you first created a username. So I didn't really think about it. I just sort of just created it. I wasn't expecting to
random.
Yeah, just random. I wasn't really expecting to get popular off the computer with it. So I just made it random, and then once I started getting popular, I was like, well, I guess I'm stuck with it now. I'm stuck with it now. So I can't change it now. So I just kept it ever since then.
So we're here on West South Street in Raleigh. We got your business here. We got the Men at Work barbershop, a couple spots down, and then across the street from that is the Men at Work car center. Tell me about the synergy? What's the relationship between the three businesses here on the same?
Well, the three businesses, I'm luckily and blessed to have my dad to work a few doors next to me so he can give me advice. So my dad decided to open a barbershop up because it's maybe like 5 or 6 local neighborhoods around here, and there's literally no barbershop. The closest barbershop is like 8 miles away, and it's on the outskirts of downtown. So, and
that's a tough thing to find, right? Like a barbershop is a community staple, right? So you gotta have a good local barbershop in your neighborhood.
And then the car wash, he does an amazing job washing cars. He washed mine at least like 3 times.
He's been doing that for a while, right?
Yeah, for about like 30 or 33 years.
That's
between
crazy.
30 and 33. Yeah. I don't know which one it is.
OG in the game, regardless.
OG in the game. He's been doing this since almost the 80s. So it's been quite some time. So shout outs to you.
Hey, his dad's been featured on Ball His Life twice already.
Great inspiration.
I noticed that last night. We put him dancing in the videos.
You got to, man.
He's on there, man.
He is a part of the community.
And that actually gets me right into this next question. So we've seen your dad at the holiday tournament every year. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with your dad.
Well, my relationship with my dad, I'm going to just throw this right out. I wouldn't have this building without my dad, because when I first started painting and stuff, I started in 2013, opened in November of 2014, so he fronted me 20 grand. He was like, look, I see you doing your thing on the computer. I see people liking what you're doing, so I'm going to give you 20 grand.
He invested in your passion.
Yeah, he was like, so if you make it, pay me back. If not, it's okay. It's a gamble.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, so luckily, I good enough with business as far as painting shoes and selling regular shoes. I ended up paying them back in 3 months. So I gave him all his money back in 3 months. So I do have to give.
Just hold on. Let me pause you right there. For anyone who's an entrepreneur or a business person, to understand paying back an investment within 3 months, that's some ball. That's some real right there. That shows you how real this man is. That's crazy.
I definitely busted my ass day in and day out. So when I first started, I was here from 8 to 8. So I used to give him 8 in the morning.
How much different did the spot look when you first took it over?
When I first took it over, it looked just like this, except for only had one shelf. And when I first opened up, I wasn't planning on selling like regular releases like Yeezys and Jordans. I strictly got this for painting because they were tired of the house smelling like paint.
Right,
so
of course.
I strictly got this for painting. And then people, a lot of people nowadays like buy, sell, and trade shoes on Facebook and stuff. And they be meeting like random people out in public, and a lot of weird stuff.
Consignment games stepped up a lot.
A lot of weird stuff be happening. So I basically made this a safe haven for people where they could come in with their parents, buy, trade, sell shoes instead of
put the shoes in their hands, not deal all over.
Instead of just meet people like, oh, meet me at Walmart or meet me at Food Line, which is kind of weird because parents don't really understand about the shoe world. They think it's like imaginary. They think people don't really like shoes.
It's a sneaker safe haven is what you created.
It's a sneaker safe haven so people could come here and feel safe, and they also know that they could just come and sell their shoes here just in case anything happens. So we provide a great quality service to the community.
That's awesome. So you graduated from Word of God in 2013.
Yeah.
With our guy, Josh Newkirk.
What you rapping, yo?
Riley.
Riley? Damn, Riley.
I knew Josh since I was about like in the 6th grade. We used to play each other at Method Road.
Just pick up.
What up, dude? We used to play each other at Method Road. Yeah, and I had like a little RPD, little police department league. So I met Josh through there, and then I went to Southeast with Josh our 9th grade year. And then we both had transferred from Word of God.
At the same time, y'all went over
at our
Word of
10th
God?
grade year. So I played football there, and he ended up playing basketball there. But Josh has always been a good friend of mine. He actually comes to buy a lot of shoes from here.
I was going to ask if you've done custom, and you've done any customs for him.
I haven't done any customs, but Josh does get all his releases he can't get. Like some of the limited release Jordans, he sends his dad, who's a very good friend of mine, he sent him down to come down here and get the new release Jordans for him. So you'll
catch the Josh Newkirk Indiana jersey in the building soon.
Josh, his stuff is gonna be on the wall soon. I'm sure you guys heard Shark Tank. I'm gonna go on Shark Tank soon.
I was gonna ask, because I saw that up there.
I can't tell you guys the date. It's a secret, but I am going up there soon though.
So keep it locked on Shark Tank. Pay attention to Shark Tank.
Pay attention. I need y'all to watch.
Good, and remember, we put it out here first. Well, not first. There has been some news people to come through here, but we were first-ish. So tell me about your give back effort and why community outreach is so important.
Yes, the give back effort. This is my favorite part. So me and my friend Josh over there, we go talk to a lot of high school, middle schools, and elementary schools because nowadays a lot of kids get bullied for not having name brand shoes. So we pretty much give them advice that you don't have to be a basketball player or a football player or a rapper. Like you can pretty much
control your stuff.
Yeah, you can be whoever you want. Like you could be a doctor if you want to. You can build cars if you want to. You can be a lawyer if you want to. You can pretty much be anybody who you want to. You just don't have to be like. You just don't have to feel like, oh, I have to do this to make it successful. Like I tell the kids all the time, if you think the NBA players are getting paid a lot, imagine how much the owners are getting.
Right. Yep.
Imagine who's really winning. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I tell them a lot. We donate a lot of shoes to homeless kids and stuff too. So if anybody out there knows any kids who's less fortunate or who parents can't really afford to give them stuff because they have to use money on bills and things, you can send them here and we will give them a gently pair of used shoes.
Reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out. Help people out.
Yes, reach out. Now don't go comment their names under the
Don't put them on blast.
Nothing. Don't do that. Just email me silently. Nobody needs to know what's going on. It's just between me and them. I don't like putting people's personal business out. But if you do know somebody, swing them my way. It doesn't matter what size they wear.
All right, y'all. So that's my guy, Mike Phillips. We came out here. We showed you what's good. We told you his story. Y'all make sure to come out 610 West South Street.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Sir Castle Custom Kicks. Follow my man online. Tell him where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, at SirCastleTees. That's SirCastleTees. That's 3 E's and an S at the end. Ain't too hard to find.
We appreciate you, man.
Oh, no problem, man.
Raleigh, we always appreciate y'all. Be sure to come out, support local, put your money into the community. And until next time.
Until next time.
We'll see y'all. So whether you're listening to the audio version or you've just finished watching the video on SirCastleTees, this is the end of episode 5.
Damn, already?
Yeah, I think now that it's 5. No, it's episode 5, man. You got to catch up, boy.
Right, bro.
Yeah. So
we're almost a syndication at this point.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we got people sending us gear. Shout out Coach Freddie Johnson in Greensboro.
Shout out. Appreciate you, man.
This was unsolicited. They just listen and they're fans and they shot it over. That's amazing.
It's Nike too.
It's real.
It's real. Nike.
It's real Nike.
Right.
Again, same call to action as every week. Please like, subscribe, do all the
I just
pop the tag.
I just had to show people it's Nike.
Pop the tag. That's like the equivalent of like leaving the sticker on the hat. You know what I mean?
Right.
The tag.
Facts.
Rod leaving his tag on, so when he wears it around people, he can actually show them how fresh it is.
So fresh and so clean.
Please get online, like this, subscribe. If you're at a place where you can comment and let us know what you think, that would be amazing. You can find Rod online at Rod_Bridgers.
Yep.
You can find me at Ball is Life East. Twitter and YouTube are probably the 2 best places to locate us. We're starting to filter into Facebook more and more. Honestly, my favorite section of today was the fan questions. Like
that's dope, man.
Please send those to us. And if we picked your question this week, please DM me. Find me online, send me a message, whatever the case may be. If I can get your information, I will send you a pair of Ball is Life socks or a shirt or, we'll figure something out. I want this to be worth you guys' time, as well. Thank you to everyone who's made it this far. Every time you make it to the end, it really dope. You have no idea how amazing that is. We get to see the analytics, the average watch times, and I do, at least. I don't share that with Rod yet, but I watch all that stuff. It's amazing to see it grow and build. We appreciate everyone. We will be back next week. The missing a week thing should be pretty rare.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to carry this thing right over into the summertime. We've got a few interviews.
We got some stuff cooking. Yo, I'm just gonna say this, bro. We got some stuff cooking up for y'all, man. Yo,
if we even get half the people that I've talked to that have committed to us, if we get half those people to get on interviews, if you're running a podcast in the state, ramp it up.
Facts.
We're coming.
We coming. New South, man.
We appreciate y'all. Thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone who contributes to the state of North Carolina, to the state of the hoops. We love it here. We love being able to talk and do this thing. We are nothing without y'all. 100 Twitter followers.
100.
Hey, triple digits.
Hundo.
We're making it, boy.
Yes, sir, man.
Episode 5. That's a wrap. We'll see y'all next week.
We out there, New South. Peace.